Everything is focused on the high point of the drama, the sequence of events when the king is installed. It requires coordination between the palace staff and the Nobat and a small brass band who must play the national anthem behind the scenes. Its part being taken today by a tape recording. Today, nothing seems to go quite right. The comptroller orders another run-through.
Daulat Tuanku. Daulat Tuanku. Daulat Tuanku. Daulat Tuanku. Daulat Tuanku. Daulat Tuanku.
It's just as ragged as before. No one remembers to switch on the recording.
Lepas habis Daulat Tuanku.
The lack of coordination between the different actors and the Nobat is giving the comptroller a real headache. At the end of this first day, he is a worried man.
But we have to have more rehearsals after this. Now, I'm not exactly happy. I'm not happy on what we've done.
The set isn't ready in the throne room either. Carpenters seize on a gap in rehearsals to complete the raised platform where the sultans will sit on coronation day. As the palace prepares for his coronation, the king has his own very busy schedule. Even games of golf are a royal duty. But it's also one of the ways the king likes to relax. It's almost the last opportunity he'll get before the big day. Today he must play a golf tournament at the Mines, a luxurious new leisure resort in Kuala Lumpur. The king is a golf enthusiast, but today is not just about pleasure. He is leading a team of palace staff against a rival squad from KL Town Hall. This is a bit of light relief in the king's schedule. But soon he'll have to turn his mind to a more serious royal occasion. Vital second rehearsal, reinforcements arrive in the shape of the Grand Chamberlain. Tunku Farokh Hussain will play a key role at the coronation ceremony and be the eyes and ears of the king as the palace prepares. It's 9:30 and the rehearsal begins with a classic army drill. Everyone hopes that the problems at the first rehearsal can be solved with such precision. Time is definitely not on their side. But still, the crucial action in front of the throne refuses to sync up with the Nobat, who play on for much too long. This seems to have a knock-on effect. Still, no one knows when to start the national anthem tape. Yet again, it's a bit of a mess. One problem is that the Nobat's music is sacred and must be treated with care. It's not easy to ask for a change. It's time for a crisis meeting and some tough talk.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okey. Saya minta perhatian semua ni yang terlibat ni. Saya tak mahu kata-kata, saya tunggu ni. Tak payah dulu. Nampak tak? Kita dah tahu this step. Okey, next mine. Next Nobat. Next military. Jadi you kena tahu dah. Nobody must sleep. Tidak ada seorang pun dia akan terlalai at any time. That is very very important. Kita mesti alert at all time. Boleh tak? Boleh clear tak? After this, there is no way mesti perfect dah. Mesti perfect, tak boleh dah. Tak apalah, besok ada lagi. Tak apa, besok ada lagi. Tak boleh, tak boleh. Saya nak ulang sini. Dengan tadi, kita malu. It's a failure untuk kita. Untuk kita lah. Bukan failure apa, tidak ada koordinasi. No coordination. Betul tak? Kita independent. Kita independent. Tak boleh. Ni kita nak lepas ni perfection. Boleh faham sama tak? Boleh faham tak? Boleh faham tak?
One has got to be to coordinate. He's
That
the one
meeting
who
lasted
running
most of
shop.
the afternoon.
Okay, now it's here.
With just
Now
3 days
it's-
to go
now
before the
it's
coronation,
see.
the
Now
most
back.
important
Now
moment,
ni.
the dramatic
Jangan
climax
nak buat macam
itself,
hadis sebenarnya kata orang masa
is
belakang.
still not right.
Ji, you take berikut tak masa siapa sebenar? Berapa masa sebenar? Berapa ni?
Next comes the full dress rehearsal, and this time the palace staff are aware of a very important visitor.
The rehearsal on the 24th, the king and the queen will be coming. So both their majesties will see us from upstairs.
As the controller and his team sweat it out of the palace, other vital ceremonial ingredients are being prepared. Kuala Kangsar, some 250 kilometers north of Kuala Lumpur, on the banks of the Perak River, is a royal town, home to the Sultan of Perak. His opulent palace dominates the landscape. Not surprisingly, the people of Kuala Kangsar have a special relationship with the Malaysian royal family. Here for over 30 years, a small company of expert craftsmen has been making royal regalia and then maintaining them in perfect condition.
Hati-hati sekarang.
They are always very busy before a coronation. For 5 weeks they have been repairing and polishing all the regalia for the king's coronation. Now their work is almost complete. The royal regalia reflect the traditions and heritage of the sultans. Today, the craftsmen are preparing the chokma, or royal maces. They are modelled on old war clubs and are cast entirely of silver.
Each kingdom would have its own regalia, and that comes from an older tradition. So when you have a king of kings, you needed your own regalia, the regalia of the king. So they created a regalia of the king out of the tradition that was already embedded in each of the kingdoms. So for example, the kris, that is part of the Yang di-Pertuan Agong's regalia, that kris was made of 11 krises from different states of the original Malaya, and they brought and forged a new kris.
The regalia leaves Kuala Kangsar in time to reach the royal palace in Kuala Lumpur for the dress rehearsal. To avoid any possible embarrassment, it heads for the federal capital under police escort.